Do you need 20% down for conventional financing? In this video, we're going to sit down with a local lender and we're going to talk about conventional financing. Stay tuned.
My name is Scott Prindle, MLS 286282. I've been doing this for 22 years. Not much that I haven't seen.
We'll talk about some different loan types. Conventional loans are pretty common. What sort of down payment and credit scores are required for a conventional loan?
Yep, so conventional, you're going to be looking at 3 with specialty programs or 5% or more down. They all need PMI until you get to 20% down. Then you won't need to have PMI, which is private mortgage insurance.
Okay.
That extra insurance to cover risk. Scores, you need to have a 620 or greater. And so the down payment and the scores, but the debt ratios, they can be anywhere up to 45 or 50% at the very max.
So you don't need a 20% down for conventional.
Very
loan.
rare.
You only need that if you're going to go without the
no PMI. No, and yeah, very few people, unless you're selling and buying,
sure,
very few people have 20% down. And that's the common misconception, that people think they need 20. And that's not true.
Could you finance conventional with 3% down and then a few years down the road, if rates are reasonable, just refi that if you have equity or something like that?
Yep.
And then
get rid of the PMI?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Get rid of that PMI.
Yeah. And even if you don't refinance and let's say down the road you've paid your balance down,
sure,
you can get rid of it at that point once you get to 80% of the value.
Okay.
There's even other ways as well, but we won't go into that detail.
Sure. That's great information. So you don't need 20% down.
Absolutely not.
You can do it with 3%. Credit score was approximately
620 plus.
620 plus. Okay, that's good information to know about conventional. If somebody wants to start the process of buying a home or getting pre-approved, what's the best way for them to go about and do that?
Easiest way is to go right to my website. They can go right to www.loandepot.com /S Prindle. That's the easiest. Then they click apply now. They fill it out. I get back to people within 1 to 24 hours. Okay. So sometimes it's super fast, sometimes it's the very next morning. Otherwise, they can always call me as well.
What do they need to get that for initial pre-approval? Like if they're just if they're not self-employed, it's a typical W-2 employee.
So we need to verify credit. So pulling credit, we need to verify that the program works with everything. And then we need to verify the income. And sometimes we have to verify the assets depending on how the file looks.
Sure.
But certain programs like our program, if you actually get paid through the work number or ADP or other things, our system actually is intuitive and it actually tells us when you put that application in, when you say you move on to the next screen for the employment, it'll actually pop up and say, you work at SMC and you make $86,000 a year.
So it already knows it.
Yeah, it knows everything.
That's crazy.
So, and you won't even have to verify anything. So when I call you back to run through the application, I'm not asking you for pay stubs and W-2s. I actually know already what you make.
So how long typically does it take for someone to get pre-approved?
That's, let's say they decided noon on a Monday.
Sure.
And they put the application in at 12:01 on a Monday.
Yep.
It could be as fast as 1 o'clock. So within the hour.
Yep.
Or the very, very worst would be 8:30, 9 o'clock the very next morning with me.
Sure.
Yeah. So there's other places that take a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Insane.
And I think a lot of people are intimidated by just starting the process and like knowing what they can afford and stuff like that. Everyone's afraid of hearing no.
Yeah, I know. And that, and they shouldn't be afraid of no because before they put that application in, they were always going to get a no because they didn't know.
Absolutely.
But once they put the app in, they will know, does it work? If it does, they can get the pre-approval right away. Now, do they have to purchase something the very next day?
No. Right.
They can take as long as they want. They can take years if they wanted to. But the key on it is, let's say they don't qualify. Okay, so let's say September 1st, they put an application in and they find out, no, we don't qualify. I'm not going to tell them, hey, you're turned down, see you later, click.
Right.
That's not how I work.
Sure.
It's going to be, okay, let's do this, and then we can make this work.
Right.
Or let's say their credit isn't quite there. I've got a computer system that uses artificial intelligence, and it compiles a report that I can get back within an hour or two that tells us exactly what we have to do to get their points up.
Nice. So it kind of helps build their credit to a point where they would get approved.
Yep. And here's the good part. How much does that cost? Nothing.
Nice. That's the service that you provide.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't cost anything to put the app in. Doesn't cost anything to get credit simulators. Yep. Nothing.
That's great. So there's really nothing.
There's no
fear. You shouldn't be afraid of it. It's just
there's no risk
to go find out. Home ownership is not right for everybody.
Nope.
But if you're spending your money on rent every month and you're feeling like there's got to be a better way, explore some options with Scott.
Yeah, and it could be something where you say, I want my own place. Or, hey, some people will tell me at the beginning, my goal is to become a landlord. I'm 21 or 22 years old. My goal is by the time I'm 30, I want to own 5 houses. Perfect. Let's put you on a plan. I'll show you how to set it up over the time. What programs to use along the way with the least amount of money out of your pocket along the way.
That's good.
Yeah, I have a lot of clients all over the U.S. that have done that, and some are on like house 2, some are on house 6.
Nice.
Yeah,
very cool. All right. Well, thanks, Scott, for talking with us today.
Thank you very much.
Down to the office.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. I hope you got some good information out of this video. Please make sure you subscribe, like, leave a comment. Take care.